So about a month ago, I made this video on Sneako because he was doing some very, very interesting things with his career, right? You know, Sneako is a creator that we know took a red pill turn in 2021, 2022, became a political streamer. But it seemed like he was taking a turn, for lack of a better term, for the better. You know, this was everyone saying I miss the old Kanye. He was kind of returning to form with his content. You know, he moved from Miami to New York. If you just listen to his words, he seemed a little bit more, you know, I would consider Sneako an extreme content creator a year or two ago. But I felt like with the words, with the verbiage he was speaking in his videos, he kind of centered a little bit, you know, realizing that a lot of his content was rage bait, realizing that there's too much hate in this world, realizing that the red pill community is equally as toxic as the left, as he would say. All these different things. And from a content perspective, it seemed like he was making a concerted effort to gain back the trust of his former audience, to become not as hated as he usually was, right? So I'm going to bring up his Twitter. Because a lot of this has been going on his Twitter, right? A lot of this has been going on his Twitter because he's still banned on YouTube. He's still banned on Instagram. And he's still banned on Twitch. So really his only avenue is Twitter. And he's had this Project 365, I believe, is what he's calling it, where he's making a old school vlog every single day. And I'm really proud of him for, just from a content creator to content creator talking here, it is hard what he is doing. Like, if y'all watch any of these videos, you know, the editing that it takes to pull off a video like this every single day. Oh, my God. Okay, let me not get banned. This is some Casey Neistat type. Like, I haven't seen something like this since Casey Neistat. For real, for real. And this does bring back the old vibes that he used to bring. You know, for those who don't know Sneako on YouTube back in the day, he was, I ain't gonna lie, in the cinematic filmmaking side of YouTube, Sneako was kind of viewed as the chosen one, bro. I'm gonna keep it a whole stack. He was viewed as the guy that was going to be one of the faces of YouTube and was gonna do it in a fashion that was very artistic. You know, in a world where the David Dobrik's of the world were succeeding, in a world where Mr. Beast was becoming one of the faces of YouTube, Sneako was one of the few that was really killing the game, making what he would consider art. He's a very artistic person. But nevertheless, for this backstory, the reason I bring up this backstory is because apparently in a recent video, he had this to say. Let's just watch it.
I think the ultimate challenge for my 20s is going to be shifting away from social media and all the politics that I've got myself involved in to be able to make what I really want to make. I think we've yet to see an artist come directly out of the social media world, and I want to be the one to do it. When I was streaming the other night, my community started saying that art is liberal and gay. In streaming, I've cultivated an audience that shares little to no interest with me besides UFC and all the dude activities that are popular in media. Most of the people that watch my streams only like movies like The Joker, Fight Club, The Matrix. I spend so much time in galleries and museums because nothing else instantly gives me so much inspiration. As I get older, I come to realize that there's really nothing more uninteresting than talking about than money, business. Many men are afraid to discuss anything else or step foot in a place like this because art is supposed to expose and highlight our vulnerabilities. I love streaming, but part of the reason I hate it is because you end up becoming a jukebox for people who want to hear the same talking points over and over again. Especially when your audience is 98% male. They want to hear discussions about women and self-improvement so that listening to you feels like they're progressing, but most of them never apply any of it. They just like hearing the greatest hits. Sometimes streaming now feels like being a 7-year-old rock star who's playing hits from the 80s. I'm beginning to understand why bands like Radiohead refuse to play their most famous songs like Creep. I'm a widow. Yeah, maybe in 1993, but it's time to grow up.
And you know what's crazy? I fully agree with everything that he just said. I fully agree with everything that he just said. And it is a case, though, of Sneako, you kind of brought this upon yourself. I'm sorry. As unfortunate as it sounds. And I think, you know, he's being reflective of his career so far. This was something that you brought upon yourself through the moves that you've made over these last couple of years, being as extreme as you are, being as political as you've been, as polarizing as you've been. You were definitely on a wave where you cracked the code to being viral. And that was through the lens of politics, through the lens of being extreme. And this is where you landed. Unfortunately, or as fortunately as it sounds, because I do think Sneako, from my understanding, he's still in a good place in life. He's still, I'm pretty sure, a millionaire throughout all of this. So, is he living a sense of regret? I don't think he's living in a sense of regret. But I just find it so interesting to me because there was a situation with him and Kai a couple years ago where essentially he was forcing Kai and looked at Kai as a loser because he wasn't using his platform to talk about politics and real shit. Right? And Kai's response was perfect. He said, damn, motherfuckers can't even have fun anymore. That's all he said. That's all he said. And I respect that. I respect the fuck out of that. Because I think Sneako, he was a guy that saw trends and thought that the way he was succeeding was the way of the future. For real, for real. You know? He was getting in this political lens where if you weren't making political content, you're a fake content creator type of wave. But the reality of the situation is, chat, is that not everyone needs to be a political content creator. There is a need for pure entertainers, especially when, you know, you built your audience around children. There is a need, there is a want for streamers to just be lighthearted streamers. Not everyone can talk about politics. Not everyone should talk about politics, both from a business perspective and from an experience perspective. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't built to talk about politics, and this is where I stand with athletes as well, talking about politics, bro, if you ain't built to talk about politics, just shut the fuck up. Hey, that may be a hot take. That may sound shut up and dribblish, but don't force it. Don't force it. And a part of me feels like Sneako truly does care about the things that he's talking about, but a part of the pivot as well was just, damn, this shit is working for me. You know, this shit is working for me. This is my avenue to becoming the content creator financially, from a popularity perspective that I always wanted to be. So I just got to take it and run. So let me bring up a quote retweet to this that I found very interesting. Let me see. Let me bring up the quote retweet. Shout out to Long Roster for $5. Just started making 6 figs. Any advice investing botches souls? Let me tell you right now, I thought when I made 6 figs, that's all I really needed in life, but inflation is a bitch. So I guess my advice for you is, although you're making 6 figs, which for a lot of people is the magic number, don't move like you're making 6 figs, if that makes sense. I guess that's the way to put it. So, All the Boy quote retweeted the Feared Buck tweet that we just seen, and he had this to say: "You had a good thing. You were really a boundary pushing artist, but you had one bad year and fucked every once of goodwill you built up since you were 18 for some money and fame, rejecting every out you were given at every turn. Reap what you sowed, you fucking idiot sellout. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. And as harsh as that sounds, he's true. He's not wrong. Because Sneako has had a lot of different outs. There were a lot of points where Sneako could have turned for the better. But time in and time out, he went back into the red pill shit. He went back into the political shit. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm even looking at, you know, his Twitter content right now. And it feels like it's just like an itch that he needs to scratch. That he just has to talk about political talking points. It's chat, I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of like me with the NBA. It's kind of like me with the NBA, chat. Like, as much as I want to pivot away from the NBA, as much as I want to be known for more than the NBA, it is just something that consumes my daily life from a casual perspective. That pivoting away from the NBA, acting like I don't consume and talk about basketball and am a fan of basketball is just the most inauthentic thing that I can think of. I think in his heart of hearts, Sneako really does care about political content. You know what I'm saying? Sneako really is, like, the artistic side of him really cares about the power of social media and the messaging that you can put out there. And it's just something that he has to embrace at this point. Because I think he's went too far right, too far left, however you want to take it. He has gone way too political for you to just turn it off one day and say, yeah, I'm gaming now. Like, come on, bro. Like, hey, he has to navigate the space. And Sneako's journey is something that I am definitely going to keep a keen eye on. Just because I am genuinely curious of, can a content creator be uncancelled? Right? And this is not me trying to justify the things that he said in the past, because a lot of it was hateful, a lot of it was racist, a lot of it was anti-Semitic. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was some fucked up shit what he was saying. You know? And from the response of people that I've seen when I've asked this question, a lot of it is on some, hey, brother, you cannot take back the things that you just said, and just because you're making artistic vlogs now doesn't mean we can forgive you. Like, and I feel that. But I truly do wonder, similar with Kanye, bro. Like, if Kanye just flipped the switch and was like, hey, man, y'all said y'all missed the old Kanye, well, I'm back. Like, in an authentic way. Like, not just for a front, not just for a show, not just for a... Like, old Kanye is actually black. Old Kanye is actually back. Excuse me. Old Kanye is actually back. You know what I'm saying? From 07, 08, being the musician that he was. Like, would y'all forgive him? There goes the clip. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Oh my God, bro. Like, would y'all forgive him? Would y'all forgive him? If hey, brother, I've seen a worse slip up today. All right. Hey, Emily been getting cooked on Twitter. I ain't gonna lie. Back in black. If Kanye was actually black. I mean, hey, man. Let me know what y'all think, though. Let me know what y'all think about this whole Kanye stuff. Soul's the ultimate cliff armor. On God, I wasn't trying, bro. On God, I wasn't trying. Souls took the man's card. Yo, chill, bro. Yo, chill. If Bully is good, people will forgive him. Not gonna lie, I probably won't. But that's cause I'm not a big Ye fan. But I guess not to make it specific to Ye, but whoever it is that's your favorite artist that got canceled for some fuck shit. Would you forgive them? Would you forgive them? Forgive but never forget. I feel it. I feel it. But has Souls listened to that new sample? Yeah, that was a crazy slip up. My bad, y'all. My bad. Oh God. He'll never be able to. What does that say? Damn. That shit just went away. The Sneako conversation is definitely interesting.